Hello and welcome to the second part of the short video on how I played Dungeons and Dragons and the Witch Curse Part 2. So, in the previous video we talked about throwing curses and how the witch needs to have the name, visual sighting, and the victim needs to hear the curse. If she touches a character, the victim -1 magical save. And it's going to cost the witch 1 strength, and this is taken off when she throws the curse, okay? So you take off 1 strength. Now, in doing so, the witch then rolls a normal spellcast. The important thing is she hasn't to get a 1. If she gets a natural 1, then there's a chance of a night hag conversion at level 5 or 6. Okay, so that's the worst result. Otherwise, the witch will get D20 spell burn. I'd like to keep it simple. Okay, 2d7, it succeeds. The victim is affected by the curse and will need to take a magical save roll. If she rolls a natural 8, then the strength is immediately returned and the victim has an extra -1 to their save. Okay, so an 8 is a good roll. So, let's say the curse is thrown and the victim now must make a magical save. So if he makes a save, he or she makes a save, then the strength that the witch has imparted into the curse, she's lost it forever, it's gone, okay? So she's lost 1 strength. If the victim fails the save, then the curse takes effect and the witch regains that strength point. Now, briefly speaking on curses, which I could go into details on some other videos, but I'll just say that curses are always activated on a roll of a 1. Now, any dice roll where there's a 1, the curse will be activated. Now, you may make an exception to, say, a D4 roll or a D6 roll. I do. So it's D8 onwards, really, for when the curse takes effect. And as soon as the curse takes effect, these things come into play. And it's always D20, D20. So, for example, I'll just use one, for example, Silent Scream. So in other words, this is like a stupefying curse where the victim starts to scream. And it will last D20 minutes, okay? And that's it. They just start screaming, okay? Now, if a 19 is rolled, to remove the curse, you're going to have to roll a 19 or a 20 on this D20 roll. So on a 19, there's a 50% chance of the curse being removed. And on a natural 20, the curse is removed. Now, only on a natural 20 does the witch lose 1 strength. So once the curse is lifted, on a natural 20, the witch loses 1 strength. Now, as you can see, there's a whole range of curses you can use. Okay, so the Silent Scream it's very inconvenient, obviously, but it's not sort of death-defying. But there are other ones which are much more serious.